right, welcome to some workout tips. Addition, power, box jumps. Let's talk about it. So I think first of all, understand that learning a new skill often is up here. Box jumps, I see it all the time in the gym. People, it's just more of a fear than anything. And we see some falls. Sometimes we see some scraped shins. Skills are scary. I think of starting as a gymnast on a balance beam. You know, we don't just go to the high beam and learn a trick. We start on the ground, on a line, learn the skill perfectly, and slowly, incrementally increase the difficulty. Strength and speed is our power definition. So of course we're recruiting all these small, fast twitch muscle fibers, and even our connective tissue is really getting engaged with power movements. So you see lots of athletes who are super powerful, gymnasts, basketball players, sprinters, track athletes. Look at their bodies. I think they train a lot, but all those fast twitch movements really gives them great muscle definition. So another benefit there. Another benefit is our intermuscle coordinations. So our muscular system, it's so complex, obviously. And yeah, so if we think about, I think about it as a mother, sitting on a chair, and I look over the corner of my eye and my little 10-month son is reaching for my hot coffee. I sprint out of my chair to get it real life there. Example of using those power. And then I won't get injured because I train for power. Or maybe you're crossing the street and the clock is winding down and you got to sprint across to get across. Again, no injuries, because if you train power, those random real life examples where we have to really get out of our seats or get out of our feet really quickly or reach and kind of jump for something, right? There's my real life examples. So we want to train power to get stronger, to have good coordination, to not get injured, improve our longevity, all those things. So last tip for the benefits of power is intensity. You see I'm out of breath from performing some of these movements, right? Just increases the intensity of the workout, it increases your heart rate, kind of if you don't, or a person that maybe doesn't love running for long periods of time, myself, or biking, or I don't really enjoy doing long bouts of cardio, I always include power to really increase that intensity of my workouts. With box jumps, let's just talk about a little bit of form that might help you. So I always think toes up to protect my shin and arms up with my toes. Okay, so I want to push my butt back, bring my arms back, then I'm going to swing everything up. So I use my arms, do a little curl, okay, to get some momentum with my arms, and then I want to land solid in about a quarter squat, and I can stand up, step down. Now look at, I'm still working on power. All right, I'm still working on the skill itself. It might be really low. Look at, we can even go here. Boom. Still practicing. Box jumps are great power exercise. Now I hear just, some people just kind of can't get out of their head about that. But still, if you practice on these lower surfaces, maybe you'll be able to build that. But we have other great exercises. Look at all the equipment I have around me. So another great exercise for replacement for box jumps, or including a power exercise, is kettlebell swings. Again, I want my butt back, stand tall, back nice and straight, hips back, hips through. And then it's bam, fast, big butt squeeze. All right, I want to think about that. Fast, power, squeeze, spine stays nice and straight to protect that back. Kettlebell swings, great one. Another one, you can do kind of med ball slams or ground to overhead. I'll show you about a bunch of both. So again, butt down, back nice and straight, explode up, explode down. Take some anger out, explode up, explode down. All right, so nice speed up, nice speed down. Again, spine staying nice and straight, protect that spine. Okay, we can do any odd object really for that exercise. Okay, we can touch the ground, hips, and think we want our hips to create lots of momentum on the way up. So that's why you always want to think butt back, push those hips through. I keep saying, I don't know why. It really helps me, I guess. All right, and then last exercise, I'll show you more of an upper exercise. Yes, we have clapping push-ups, but let's get real. We still got to work on our push-ups anyways. So a nice push press is a great upper exercise, kind of power activity. So standing nice and tall, I dip and drive, explosive. Dip, drive. So if I can press these weights without using my legs for a push press, then I should just go heavier, okay? Because we want to have to use our legs. Dip, drive. Again, we're getting lots of explosive movements, lots of benefits of being powerful.